This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Coleman now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Play fake. Cousins. He's got it to Hilton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, Cousins looking deep for Gabriel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Rip right.
Hey, high 7.
59 Mike.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Hutchins. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Hutchins. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Let's go.
Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 11.
Yeah, let's go second.
He's got Smith here. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
80 weapons.
Looking to throw. Hutchins. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59.
2nd and 6. This is caught.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump the ball for their rep?
Touchdown, Packers! O.J. Howard. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Protein spill. Zebra.
Now Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Hutchins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing, Cousins. Looking deep for Hilton. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Let's go now. 10-2 start.
So we got man.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
59. Let him know.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Check.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hutchins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Cousins. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman, touchdown number 18 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the back, watch the back.
Now Mostert. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go, go.
59 mark, 59 mark.
Back to throw. Hutchins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
On the ready.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. This is Grant. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Ready, break.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Ray, orbit.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Exit.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Hutchins. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hutchins. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Motion. 53 the mic. 53.
first down. Here's Cousins. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. Now a play fake here on first down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
I know, easy. Bravo.
To throw, Cousins. Complete to Hilton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That's it. Big hit.
14-yard pickup. But it's third down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On third down, Cousins. Finding Gabriel complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. Cousins on first down. And the catch made by Hilton. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Listen to me. 58, let's go.
Cousins again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point now by Boswell. And his kick is right through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming.
Operating from the gun, Hutchins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now Cousins. He's got it to Hilton. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
I'm scared.
Mike 34.
Gun.
34. Scoot.
Hey. Good route here.
Here I come.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hutchins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Set. 30 base.
That's not good.
Back to throw. Hutchins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hutchins. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready. 10-2, sir.
Mike to 59. I got you, pop.
Ready.
Throwing on first down. Hutchins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
59, check, 59. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Corey Grant with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Hutchins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Olsen over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
45.
Cousins now looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
You're out. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
My 52, my 52.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Hutchins. Eluded, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Sack, baby. Sack.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got him.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, check back 34.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Well, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Check, 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 check. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Alpha.
59 mark, 59 mark.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Operating from the gun, Hutchins, and he's got it. So they try for two, successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Cousin nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Second down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Cousins to throw it. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 34's the mic, 34's the hot.
A first down throw for Cousins. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Here's Coleman on the draw. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, Zoo.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Squeeze.
On first down, Hutchins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Check 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, Hutchins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Once again now, the Packers going for 2.
Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first. Throwing, Cousins, 5th pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9". Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Hutchins. Open man is Howard, the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off the play fake. Hutchins. That's caught by Howard. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Hutchins. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable for Grant. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
On the double.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 9, check 9.
Hey, orbit. 2.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hutchins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Anzalone make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Yep. Bravo.
Back to throw. Hutchins going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Yellow. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got three down.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Smooth. Let's pick it up. It's our time. 5.
Operating from the gun, Hutchins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Rock it.
Check.
Buzz. Now.
To throw again, Hutchins. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.